Hello guys, how's it going? So just going to give it a couple of minutes, let dream build up. But for those that don't know me, I'm Craig. I'm a serving soldier in the British Army and Household Cavalry, and just going to do a bit of a Q&A today, and mainly on the fitness, but you can ask whatever you want. Hi, how's it going? Any questions you get, please just fire away and I will do my best to answer them. So we'll just give it a couple of minutes to build up. And then we're on from there. So it's starting to build up now. So think of your questions. Like I said, mainly fitness, but I'll ask anything about the military really. So just keep firing away. We're going to do about 20 minutes to half-hour stream tonight. See how it goes. Picture quality is not the best, I do admit, but please bear with it. Hope the listening quality is all good. So Harvey's already got a question. Good one, Harvey. What physical assessments are at selection? Okay, so with this new role fitness test they're rolling out, I've been doing a bit of research because it's new to me as well. The whole Army's physical training is basically changing. So as far as I'm aware, what it would be at your selection centre will be a 2-kilometre best effort. Instead of a 1.5 miles, you'll do a 2-kilometre best effort. You'll do a med ball seated row. Seated throw, sorry. So you sit against the wall or a horse box with a med ball weighing around 4 kilos and then throwing it at a 45-degree angle. See how far you throw it, and then you'll do a mid-thigh pull, which is like a conventional deadlift, but you stand on a platform, you pull a bar as hard as you can, and then it measures out your strength output. So that's what you should be doing role fitness test entry at your selection centre. So I hope that answers your question. Hi Alex, hi Emily, hi buddy. How fit do you have to be for basic training? Okay. So you don't have to be super fit. I was an instructor at Phase 1 training in Purbright, and yes, people didn't turn up at the right fitness levels, but you don't have to be super fit, okay? You just need to have done some sort of training that is specific to the Army, so you've got a basic level of fitness. So, you know, you should be running 2K quite regularly because that's going to be one of the new fitness tests. You know, you should be able to do, you know, press-ups in sets of 10 to 15, you know, maxing out around the 40 to 50 mark. You know, start doing a couple of press ups now, and then with running, you don't have to do a certain mileage. But what I would start doing if you're quite new to running, I'd get out doing 20 to 30 minute steady state runs, and then start upping that up to about 45 to 50 minutes. Okay, so that should put you in good stead for the British Army basic training. Don't worry about tabbing. Don't go out there breaking yourself. Wait till you get to basic training and then prepare you for tapping, okay, so you don't get any injuries. So I hope that answers your question, Alex. Emily, I know this isn't your role, but what do RMP do? So fitness test wise, joining up, you'll do the role fitness test entry. So you should do, if I've got it correct, the 2K run, med ball throw, and the mid-thigh pull. You'll do role fitness test basic when you leave basic training, which be 2K run, med ball throw, mid-thigh pull, and the tab. And then when you get to your regiment, whatever regiment you go to in your RMP, you should annually do the 8-mile tab, which is your AFT, and then you should do the soldier conditioning review, which I have got a video on. So the soldier conditioning review, off the top of my head, is about 5 tests. Okay, you should do that roughly every 6 months, I think it is. So they're the 2 tests that you'll do. So the soldier conditioning review and the AFT is an RMP, as far as I'm aware. Hope that answers that. Does the new fitness test have press-ups? No, they have taken press-ups out of the fitness test, but I would still do press-ups if I was you. They're a great upper body exercise for building strength, and they're just an all-round upper body exercise, and they're really good. So I'll carry on doing press-ups. Which regiment do you think demands the hardest test to join in the services? Thanks for the stream, no problem. Love doing videos for you guys, so please just keep watching away and I'll keep doing them. Hardest tests, so I've done P Company, so away from SF, because Special Forces are completely different. I would say within the Army, the most arduous is P Company, but I haven't tried other tests, but me personally, speaking to others, I'd say P Company. But you do have the Royal Marines out there. I know they're Navy, but within the military, they are very, you know, high up there with their arduous course. But I definitely say hardest test wise would be the paras, because with this new PES system coming in, so physical employment standards, they have to do everything at a quicker time. So the infantry and the RAC have to do the 4K tab in 50 minutes. The paras have to do the 4K tab in 35 minutes. So definitely the paras are definitely up there for, putting the hardest tests out there, but don't let that put you off. Just make that as a goal to be better and fitter. So I hope that answers the questions. Harvey, hey, just say hello to everyone. Got a good few questions coming in here, so I will do my best to answer them all. What ways can I prepare for the mid-thigh pull? Already do deadlifts, so carry on doing deadlifts. So do conventional deadlifts, do hex bar deadlifts, because that's going to be part of the soldier conditioning review. Do rack pulls, so that's going to strengthen up your back. Good mornings, just to basically you want to strengthen up your posterior area. So yeah, deadlifts, conventional deadlifts, hex bar deadlifts, good mornings, rack pulls, and exercises like that. Evening, Matt. Amber, do you think the fitness levels in the military are high enough? Yes. The fitness levels, I think people in the military could be fitter, but the tests I think are good, especially the tests they're bringing out now. They're more role specific, as before the tests were more, back in the day in the 70s where we were carrying less kit. The army now, you have to be stronger. So the military tests are definitely role specific now, and they're very good. Kevin Anderson, when can Commonwealth sign up? Commonwealth can sign up. I've never done that, and I've never actually seen that process. But Commonwealth, you can sign up. If I were you, I'd get on the British Army website. It's not in the description, but after this video, the British Army's link is always in my description. So go to their website and just go through the application process, and you'll be able to sign up as a Commonwealth soldier. Alex, again, also regarding new fitness tests, has the fitness training at basic changed? So over the last 5 years, I think it is, they've changed the way fitness tests and physical training is done at phase 1 now. So it's a lot more strength and conditioning based. So instead of just thrashing you on running and in circuits, they get you in there, teach you how to deadlift, they teach you how to squat, they start off at a low weight and then build you up until you are at the correct, not the correct level, but until you're at a good level. So don't worry, just get out there and train. My tips for this is, if you're looking at joining the army or in the process of joining the army, I would do 2 cardio aerobic sort of based sessions a week, and then 2 strength and conditioning based sessions a week. So, running, swimming, bike, doing that twice a week, mixing it up, and then doing some strength and conditioning based sessions or some HIIT sessions. So, if you can't get in the gym, then maybe look at getting some kettlebells, or if not, just a pull-up bar, doing your pull-ups, your press-ups. There's a lot you can do around the house, or getting in the gym twice a week, and practicing your big compound lifts. So deadlifts, deadlifts, bench press, squats, overhead press. So those sort of movements are going to be really good to getting you ready for basic training. Cheers for the likes, guys. Been really good. So keep liking it. It's really appreciated. What have we got here? How much more does the average soldier's kit weigh on exercise? Is MTP kit much heavier? No, MTP kit doesn't really get heavy. Some of the para smocks do get heavy, but you wouldn't wear that on exercise. That's more of a round camp or when you're parachuting. Kit now can weigh a lot. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's all about making you a soldier. You could carry anything on exercise from £80 upwards, to £100. So yeah, kit is getting heavier, but once again, they prepare you for that in basic training. Then when you get to regiment, once again, physical training, PT, 3 or 4 times a week will prepare you for that. I'm 32, hoping to join RLC driver, but struggle with running. I get out breath easy and stop walk, struggle to get going. Not a fat lad or get asthma. I don't get why breathing sucks. Running. Okay, so you just need to work on your VO2 max and your aerobic fitness. So first of all, the 2K run is what you're going to be doing at selection. So Anarchy Rider, 86. What I would do is, my email is in this description. So if you want to email me, get out sometime over the next week and do a 2K best effort. It doesn't matter if you walk some of it, but do a 2K best effort and then email me your time, see how you get on. and then we can look at going from there. But it looks like you just need to just keep working on your running, working on your aerobic fitness. So do your 2K best effort and then see how you go, or go on a 30-minute steady state run and see how far you can get. See if you've got a watch that measures how far you've done mileage wise, and then get back to me and we can work from there. I hope that answers your question. Cav lad, Jeff, how's it going? Still waiting for you to drop me a message. I forgot to take yours after giving me. Oh, if you've not got my number, I'll give you a message after this, mate. Just been very busy at work. You know how it is. Robert, if you were to join up again, what would you join as? Okay, so for those that know, seen a couple of my videos, I'm ex-Royal Artillery and now Household Cavalry. And I will admit, when I first wanted to join, I was looking at Household Cavalry and Remy, but ended up in the Royal Artillery and then Household Cavalry. And to be honest, if I rejoined up, I wouldn't change it. I love my time in the Royal Artillery. I had such a good time. I had a great time away in Afghan. I've done a lot of amazing exercises with them. So I wouldn't change up anything of how my career went. So cheers for that one, Robert. Jim, what is the upper age limit for joining the British Army, and do you train older recruits the same as younger? So it was 32 years and 9 months, and I don't think that's changed. So, you know, if you get into 32 years, that's pretty much the maximum you can join the regular army. The reserve army is older. So if you are older than that, then look at joining the reserves. And do you train older recruits the same as? Yes. So when you get to basic training, it doesn't matter whether you're 32 years old or 17 years old. Everyone's treated exactly the same. You're all equal in everything you do, and that's including physical training. Aniki Ryder, cheers, dude. I use Strava record. Check my time, my bro, in Yorkshire Edge, but don't live near me. Okay, cool. Yeah, just drop us an email, Aniki Ryder. Record it on your Strava as well. We go out on a 2K best effort. So we do that. We see how you get on with that, and then do a 30-minute steady state, and we'll see how you get on with that as well, and then we can work from there. Hazy, here's a question I've never asked. Is internet supplied to you, or can you order and pay for your own internet? Okay, so internet isn't provided. Well, some camps there is free Wi-Fi. You just have to set up a login. And in other camps, you have to pay for it. So the majority of them, no, I've very rarely been to a camp where it's free. So the majority, you have to pay for it. But it's like your usual Wi-Fi. You don't have to get it installed. It's normally installed. You either go online or you ring them up, and then you can either do like a daily subscription, monthly, weekly, or a recurring monthly. So that's the Wi-Fi. Amber, how do you train to keep fit for your job? Oh, so how do I train then? I believe you need a bit of an all-round fitness. So I try and do as much as I can, and a lot of that is incorporated in my physical training that we do as a squadron or as a regiment on camp. But I do normally about 2 runs a week with a tab a week, because I don't want to do too much impact and damage my legs. So 2 runs and a tab, or a run and a tab. Go swimming quite a bit. So was going once or twice a week, haven't as much because been busy, but hopefully going to get back up to swimming once or twice a week again. And then I look at getting about 4 to 5 strength sessions a week in as well. So getting the weights in, especially with this new stronger soldier. So that's how I train to keep fit in my job. So steady state runs could be anything from a 4 mile all the way out to about a 10 mile. And then the tabs could be something fast and short, or it could be a long 8 to 10 miler. Last question, Bud. Looking to change my role as was offered Royal Artillery due to visa expiry. Can you slightly explain the process of changing roles? That is all done through your careers if you're not actually in the army. So if you're looking at changing roles, I would do it while you're still going through the application process, because when you're actually in the army, you can transfer in training, but depending on spaces within the regiments and the corps, you might not be able to do it straight away. So you might have to go to the regiment you originally signed up to and then try and transfer when you're in regiment. So if you're looking at changing roles, I would most probably do it before. That's my personal opinion and my advice. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but that's what I would do. So I hope that helps, Alex. Aniki Ryder again. Have you Sorry, have you thought being a PT in the army? I've worked in the gym before. I was a trainee PTI in the gym. I worked in the gym a few years ago and learned a lot. And I've done my level 3 personal qualification on Civvy Street, so I do help out at work when the guys need it. So when there's a lesson going on and the PTIs need a bit of help, so I do help with that. I've tried being a PTI in the army about 4 or 5 times now, but other career courses and an operation tour of Afghan come up, so that took priority. So that's the reason why I haven't actually done my military PTIs. Jeff Kaflad, any tips for becoming a beast on the hills? I'm very happy carrying weight, just slow on hills, whether that be running, cycling, or even walking. The only advice I can give to your mate is get out on the hills. It's just mileage. So, yeah, I'm sure you're happy carrying weight, but if you're slow in the hills, I'd get yourself down to Lulworth, Brecon, because you're in that sort of area. You're down south, aren't you? And just map and compass, and just off you go. Give yourself, take lunch with you and just go on the hills for 5 or 6 hours. You don't have to go too heavy. Just put about £20 in a day sack or Bergen and just walk around the hills. That's the only way you can get better on the hills. There's, no other way. Same with cycling. Get a mountain bike, get up on the hills. So that's what I would do. Same with running. Look into fell running. If you want to get better at running on the hills, look into fell running. A lot of old guys up in Yorkshire and amazing fell runners, and they run around all the Yorkshire moors and stuff like that. And you get on the internet and look at how they run. They have a specific technique, and it helps you get around the hills a lot easier. They just look like they're running all light and they're just floating on air. So fell running's a great way. Nick Hanna, hi, your channel has helped me with my dream of joining the army. I start on the 9th of June at Purbright. Can't wait. Cheers up. That's really good news. Thank you so much. That's really good to hear. That's the reason why I've started this, is to help you guys improve your fitness levels, or even join the army like you have on the 9th of June at Purbright. So it's really good news. Congratulations. Hope it all goes well. Please keep me posted, either through comments on YouTube, or like I said, my email's on the description. Just give me an email every now and then. Let me know how you're getting on. It'd be really good to hear from you. So congratulations. Jim, what's tougher to join, Royal Marines, Paras, or SAS? By far, SAS. They are the best, and their selection is tough for a reason. Then between the Royal Marines and Paras, I'm definitely going to say the Paras, because I'm going to be a little bit on that side, because I've done P Company, and I haven't actually done the Royal Marines training, but I do know their selection is very hard. They carry a lot of weight and they go the distance, and they do a lot of administration, as P Company is just pure physical for however many weeks your beat up is, and then the actual 8 tests over a week. That is physical, physically and mentally demanding on your body. But by far, SAS, go for it if that's what you're thinking of doing. But I'm going to pick the Paras, but Royal Marines is definitely up there with them. There is a tough course. So good on anyone that does it. What's the difference in fitness levels like between P Company and your job standards? I'd say it's quite higher. So the difference is just speed, especially a P Company. Paras, they're all about parachuting in. So they get dropped in behind enemy lines about 8 miles to 10 miles off from the enemy, or their target area where they need to get to. They're parachuting, and then they're basically going to have to tab tactical advance with all their kit as fast as they can into position, and still be able to fight the enemy if they come under contact. So it's all about having a high level of fitness to be able to jump in behind enemy lines, tab to the position, and then still being able to fight if you get into contact. So I hope that answers that question there. How do you keep to your diet and exercise? I guess ration packs, not packs, do the job. I guess that's not the healthy foods. No, so it's quite hard sticking to a diet on exercise. You sort of just have to accept that you're breaking your diet, and you're just going to have to do the best if you can. If you are in an armoured regiment, it is a lot easier, because when I was in the artillery, I was in a dismounted regiment. So whatever you had in your Bergen is what you admin with. So you couldn't carry any extra. So rations are good because they're light and they're small, and they're very high calorie dense foods. So, you need to eat your rations to keep in the calories to maintain your weight and maintain healthy. As if you're in an armoured regiment, so if you go into tanks or a cab or somewhere like that, you do have a vehicle, so you have that extra bit of room to carry more foods, depending on what foods, because obviously there's no fridge or freezer, so you want to make sure it doesn't go off. But it's easier to eat healthier on armored exercise than it is dismounted. But you sort of just have to accept that your diet's going out the window while you're in exercise. So you just have to do the best leading up to it. And then when you come back, get straight back onto a good diet. Keep these questions coming in, guys. Really appreciate it. Keep hitting the like button and the subscribe to keep watching my videos. It's really good to hear that they're beneficial to you all. So please keep it up. What would you recommend as a soldier's breakfast? Do the ready meal packs do the job? On exercise, yeah, I absolutely love I wouldn't say I absolutely love them all, but some of the rations, beans every morning for breakfast for me when I'm on rations. You get all sorts. You can get all day breakfasts in the rations, baked potato and beans, sausage and beans, pork sausage and beans, chicken sausage and beans, vegetarian all day breakfast, which is actually a really good one. So, and then they also do muesli and cereal for breakfast. So there is a bit of a variety. But I definitely like all the ones with beans in. A nice hot meal is what I prefer instead of having muesli. And for breakfast in camp, I live in a quarter, but if I'm on camp or in a quarter, I try and have a nice big breakfast because it fills me up and gets me ready for the day. So for me, breakfast is porridge. So a good 50 to 70 grams worth of porridge with milk. I normally have oat milk, 3 eggs, either scrambled, boiled, and a protein shake. So that is and with lemon water. So that's what my breakfast normally consists of. Keep these questions coming in, guys. It's good. We're going to stream for about another 10 minutes. So keep it coming. Is it allowed to supplement a soldier's diet with foods found on the trail on the deployment, like rabbits? I live off them once in Oz. Fair enough, Jim. You most probably could. I wouldn't if you're on a tactical exercise because you're not going to be able to make a massive fire. But if you are in exercise and you want to do some sort of like survival lesson, speak to your chain of commands and say, I want to teach a survival lesson. They're more than likely let you do it. So yeah, come on, folks, ask the man a question. Cheers, Jim. Yeah, listen to Jim, ask the questions. Now, there's been plenty of questions so far. It's been really good. Keep it up, guys. So, would you recommend running in boots over trainers if you're planning on joining the army? Me personally, I would actually stay away from boots for now, depending how what your fitness levels are like, what your body's like. But to be honest, I do boot runs, but I don't do that many of them because it's not good on your legs. It's a lot of high impact on your legs and your knees and your shins. So me personally, just stick to running in trainers. And when you join the army, you'll start running in boots and tabbing. If you can just get your fitness levels up to a really high standard running in trainers, when it comes to running in boots in phase 1 and in regiment, it won't make too much of a difference and you should be fine. So I would just stick with trainers for now, mate. You should watch Pubsy YouTube to see his new basic train. I've seen these videos. They're very good. I'm sure I have subscribed to him. I've only just recently found him, so I haven't watched all of these videos yet, but they are good. So that's another good channel to check out, guys. He concentrates more on the physical basic training tests as I do basic fitness tests, plus my own workouts, plus everything I can possibly do to do with the fitness. So I can give you an all-round information on it. How easy is it to transfer a regiment? That all depends on what regiment you're coming from and what regiment you go into. It was pretty easy for me because my regiment released me. They said, look, there's no point keeping you if you want to go, because I was signed off and then signed back on. And they was like, yeah, and then the regiment that was taking me on were more than happy to take me on. So it all depends, and it also depends on how busy the regiments are as well, because it's a lot of paperwork going back and forward. So it took me a few months to transfer, as I know it's taken some people 6 to 9 months. So it all just depends on how busy the regiments are, where you're going and coming from. So if you're at a regiment that's quite low on manpower, then they're not going to release you. So, or if you're going to a regiment that's full in the slots that you want, depending on rank you are, it could be a bit harder. For me, it was actually quite easy. I was very lucky. One of the lucky ones transferring happened pretty quick. can collaborate with that's a good question. We could me and Fabsy could collaborate, actually. That's a really good one. I will drop him a message. Keep an eye out for that, because I'm sure he will be up for it, hopefully. Best way to get my mile time down. We can run a 7:30 mile, but want to get it down to around 6 minutes mile if possible before selection, as I've just sent off my medical forms. Cool, Robert. Well, one for that, just keep running. So what I would do is, once again, get out doing those steady state runs. And then a good thing I used to do for my 1.5 mile time, I used to run 3.5 miles with a 2-minute rest in between. Used to massively help. So what you could do is, you want to get a mile run time down, you could do some fartlek training for a mile. That's very good. So do fartlek training for a mile, and also just do a mile best effort, rest 2 minutes, mile best effort, rest 2 minutes, mile best effort, rest. And then that should knock your time down again as well. So there's plenty of things you can do out there. Let us know how you get on, and I hope that answers your question. Smudge does some great kit reviews. Do you think you will do some of your own with regards to the best kit you would recommend? No, I won't do kit reviews, because I know Smudge. I met him for the first time at weekends, and we're getting on really well. Good friend now. I class him as a good friend. We got on really well at the weekend. I will do a review on what kit I use for PT. So I will show you the Bergen I use when I go tabbing. I will show you what I wear for physical training, whether that's running, tabbing, battle PT and stuff like that. But actually, personally, kit-wise, webbing, boots, ponchos, Gore-Tex and things like that, I'm going to leave to Smudge. James, RAC to Remy. So that's where you're looking at transferring. You're in the RAC and you're getting out to Remy, is that correct? How much do fitness standards differ in reality compared to what is shown on the Army Role Finder website? Just what do you mean by that, about the fitness standards differ in reality compared to what's shown on the Army? Can you just explain that a little bit more, please? So starting basic this Sunday, bud, are 2-min press-ups and sit-ups still being used for PFA? Okay, I'm not at Perbright, but from what I've been told, as of the 1st of April, the PFA is gone. So when you arrive at Perbright, the fitness test you'll be doing should be, if it's all right, and what I've researched and what I've asked from all the physical training core blokes. So you should arrive at Perbright, and the fitness test should be your 2-kilometer run, mid-thigh pull, seated ball throw, and a tab. So they're the tests that you should do, and then mostly might chuck in some heaves and some other ones. So good luck on that. Enjoy basic. Once again, please keep you posted with how you're getting on. Fortnite, or don't play those sort of games. So sorry, mate, can't answer that one. For foot admin, would you recommend putting powder into a separate bag and put each foot into a bag, or apply to each foot from bottle? So on exercise, I would. So do you know your dry bags, your Ortley dry bags and things like that? I don't know if you've seen them. I can do video. I'm sure Smudge has most really done it on MKR, Military Kit View, so go over to his channel. He's most really got it. So what I do is I put all my spare socks separately into a bag, so they're waterproof on exercise. And then I have a bag full of talcum powder. And then every morning I put my foot, shake it about, and then rub the talcum powder into my feet. Okay, the bag just rolls up a little bit more, and it's a lot more easier to pack into your kit. Kind of confused about the PFAs. I was among the last guys too. So what's that, Alex? We're a couple more minutes streaming, guys, so please answer a few more questions. It's going really well so far. Really enjoying this stream, so please fire away. Which is the hardest assault course today? There's so many out there. I've done assault course at Barry-Budden up towards Scotland way. Very hard assault course. There's one in Perbright, very long and hard. That's a very hard one. One in Brecon, that's a very hard one as well. So there's a lot of hard ones out there. So assault courses are good. If you're joining the Army, look forward to doing them. To do the 1.5 or I do the new PFA at basic. Okay, so you should do the new test, which would be a 2-kilometer run, which is just short of a 1.5 mile run. That's what you should do. So when you get there, let us know whether you're doing that or whether you're still doing the old PFA, Alex. But you should do the new test, which is a 2-kilometer run, not a 1.5 miles. Okay, we'll do a couple more minutes and then I'll end it there. So get the last couple of questions in, and then we'll end the stream there. So been really good once again. Thanks, guys. Is that it? Okay, so, oh, go on then, Nick, Hannah. On the joining instructions, it say that we do a mile and a half, nothing about news. Okay, cool. That's what it says on the joining instructions. Go off that then. So you're going to do the mile and a half press ups and sit ups, which I'm sure you are prepared for. And then most probably when you're there, they'll explain the new fitness test, and then you might transition into the new fitness test, or as when you leave the basic training, you might do the new fitness test when you join your regiment. So, like I've said from the beginning anyway, with this new fitness test, you should still be doing press ups and sit ups because they're really good for you, especially press ups. Never stop doing them, even though they're not in a new fitness test. I would keep doing them. So if you join instructions and say mile and a half, then prepare for that mentally that you're going to do a mile and a half press ups and sit ups. Okay, but if you prepared yourself well enough anyway, it shouldn't matter what fitness test you're doing. You'll be well prepared. And once again, it's all mental as well. If you think positively, then you won't have a problem. So don't overthink it. Just go into the test confident, no matter what they are. If you have any problems or you think you're worried, just drop us an email and I'll give you a hand. Bally, many time a week should I be running to join the reserves? Just start off. I don't know how often you're running now, but I would get out there a couple of times a week and then look at doing about 3 times a week. Get out there running. That would be perfect to join the reserves. Favourite regiment? Was your dad in the army? What motivated you to? Okay, so we'll do this the last question then. So, favourite regiment? Was your dad in the army? What motivated you to join the army? No, my dad wasn't in the army. My granddad was though. Favourite regiment? I'm going to have to say Royal Artillery and the Household Cavalry because that's what I was both in, and I've had really good times in both. Really good memories, and I think they're great to work for. Transferring into the Household Cavalry has been great. Really good bunch of lads and very professional. What motivated me to join the army then? Always wanted to be in the army since I was about 11 years old. Literally 10, 11 years old, I think it is. Always been into it. Always watched war films. Afghan in Iraq was kicking off for the news, and that's just what I wanted to do. So it's just literally been a motivation since I was a kid. As soon as I was 15 years and 9 months, my application form went in to the careers office when I was at school. And when I was 16, I was in the army. I was literally in the army 3 months after getting my GCSE results. So thanks for your questions, guys. Thanks for the thumbs up. Please give us some more thumbs up so I know you like it. If you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button and notifications bell for more of my future content. It's been a pleasure. I will do a couple more videos towards the end of the week. I'm going to show you my workouts, and I've got a few challenges lined up. So I'm going to post them, and maybe you can join in doing them as well. And just keep watching, guys, and I hope I can help. And the ones that are going to train in soon, good luck, and keep us posted of how it's going. Take care, guys.